What is an honest dating site? Thank you for coming here to our website at honestdatingsites.org and hearing a little bit more about the International Alliance for Honest Dating Sites. Before I begin, I want to give you a brief introduction. The International Alliance for Honest Dating Sites is about, first of all, an international focus. Granted, there are many sites that are to help people connect people within their own country. We are about those who are pursuing relationship between different countries. Second of all, this site is going to be about consumer education. We want to protect men and women from scams or inappropriate intentions when their hope is to create a long-term relationship. We are about creating standards for you to be able to judge what makes for an honest site and what isn't. And finally, we want to honor the sites who want to operate with integrity. So let's talk about what makes for any honest business. And I want to provide an analogy. What does it mean when you would say, hey, I went to this restaurant and had an honest meal? Well, first of all, let's talk about this honest meal analogy. You kind of knew what you were in the mood for, what kind of food you wanted. You picked a restaurant that would match that, and then you review the menu and, of course, the pictures to see what you were hoping to have delivered. You saw what others were ordering around you, and then you made your own selection. The food service was good. The food was as advertised. You were satisfied with the overall experience, and you saw evidence that the restaurant truly wanted you to have a good experience. They cared. So you would come away saying, hey, I went to that restaurant, you know what, I really got an honest meal, and you enjoyed it. Now let's talk about what happens on a dating site. First of all, you need to know what you're looking for. Search your heart, decide what your ambition is. If you're ready for a long-term relationship to wake up every day with somebody from another country, then decide what that is and perhaps what country that would be. Identify the site that you believe is going to match your objectives. And then review the offering and agree to paying for services that are going to help you get closer to your own personal objectives. You should be receiving a service. When you do, it should deliver what you were told to expect. Every step of the way, those services should be leading you closer to your own goal. So monitor it for yourself. Now, what can go wrong? So let's first talk about what makes for a dishonest dating site, and then we'll talk about the honest ones. So let's talk about comparison number one, what you expected and what you got. You begin paying to write to girls from their profiles, presuming that there's a sincere relationship intent on the other side, and of course that you're actually writing to the girl who's featured in that profile. What do you often get? Many of the profiles are fake, or you are only corresponding with a staff translator. Second comparison. The site claims to be for long-term relationship-minded men and women. What do you get? The site actually does nothing to assess the intentions of the men or women, and often you can tell this by reading the disclaimers. They will often say, we have no idea who these ladies are or if they have any sincere intentions whatsoever. Do your own homework on that. Comparison 3. You're video chatting with a girl that you believe to be you're now building a relationship with. But what do you get? She's actually compensated by the site to be there and then speaks with other men for hours of every day. You'll often see this when it says she's been online for many, many hours. What do you think she's doing in the rest of the time she's not chatting with you? The final thing on our last comparison for the moment, of course there are many others we could come up with, is you provide your personal information, trusting the site to keep it private, and you find out that the site actually sold your information to third-party solicitors, and you're now on everybody's list. So let's talk about what we're trying to do by creating a code of conduct so that sites can proudly display this International Alliance for Honest Dating Sites seal of approval banner on their site, and what that code of conduct would be. First of all, simple truth in advertising. Is the correspondence authentic? If that's what they said it would be, is it actually that? Show proof of your claims. Can you show other people who have had satisfactory experiences with this and deliver what is paid for? Second one would be the screening of the men and women. Have systems been put in place to provide some verification of sincere intent? Supporting relationships and discouraging those that are about sex tourism or scams. And what we mean by that is there is sufficient coaching for helping people connect face-to-face. That's number one. If people are saying this is about long-term relationships, there needs to be examples of how then to go and meet these people in person and create relationships. How are scam attempts handled? If a man begins to be solicited by a lady in a profile through letters for any kind of money, How is that handled? And often, guys, it isn't the actual girl, it was one of the staff translators. How are those handled? Finally, how are men and women handled who are either sending inappropriate photos or who want to hook up primarily for sex when the intent of the site is declared to be for relationships? Especially the companies that go overseas and actually facilitate different introduction events. Are they sure that the men coming are there to actually make those, and the women that they would meet, therefore the right intent? Internet security. What precautions are in place to prevent the site from being hacked? And we see that often today. So what are these sites doing for you? Finally, privacy protection. Does the privacy policy of the company support your rights? Or again, are they just selling them to third-party solicitors? Now, I get the question once in a while, aren't hookup sites also honest? I mean, after all, they're proudly proclaiming what they're all about, that they're helping men get laid, and isn't that truth in advertising? Sure it is, but that's not why we're here. We're here for the guy who is sincere about looking for a long-term relationship and waking up with somebody wonderful every day for the rest of their lives. So, whereas that may be truth in advertising, what we're talking about is sites that are claiming to be for long-term relationships, and the results aren't there, and men are spending thousands of millions of dollars thinking they're getting closer to that goal, and the site has really, they know that the actions the men are paying for aren't going to help them get closer. What we are here to do is support the journey of the men and women who are looking for lasting, committed relationships. So I want to just let you know, personally, we support international marriage. The alliance was formed by 3 site owners who are married to foreign women, and we love the relationships we have. We believe that the international relationships are amazing and they are worth the effort. We don't want you to be discouraged and bogged down because there are some disreputable firms out there. We want to do everything in our power to help you accomplish the goal, to help you have what we have, because we love it. Look, your quest is challenging enough. The partners you pick should help you to succeed and not be a hindrance, a distraction, a money suck, or just a delay. They should be there to help you get closer with every interaction to your goal. So again, the code of conduct with the International Alliance for Honest Dating Sites is this: 1, truth in advertising; 2, screening men and women for sincere relationship intent; 3, supporting those relationships with relationship intent, not sex tourists; vigilant internet security precautions; 5, protecting members' privacy. For a company that will demonstrate to us through our interview that they do stand by this code of conduct, they may proudly display the banner that they are approved. And you can go there knowing that their intent and their site, the purpose of their company, is in alignment with you getting closer to your goal of waking up with an amazing life partner that'll change your life forever. Thank you for listening. Know the code, support sites that support the code of conduct. For here at honestdatingsites.org, and for the International Alliance of Honest Dating Sites, we all thank you. Have a great day, and we look forward to seeing you with your future partner in joining this amazing world that we all know. Thanks for listening.